Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Vitaly the Crypto Show. And what we are seeing is a sea of red right now. Crypto is crashing, altcoins are crashing, Bitcoin is crashing, the stock market is crashing. What the heck is going on? We just saw not so long ago, a couple days ago, an executive order signed for the strategic US Bitcoin reserve and a digital asset stockpile, and yet the prices are tanking. So I want to dive into the reasons why we're seeing this crash and what you can do right now to survive, because survival is the name of the game right now, as the leveraged long traders have been capitulated, and the level of the capitulations and liquidations that like on a crash of the FTX in 2022, and it definitely feels like and seems like, and the altcoins are in a bear market. It's been down for the majority of alts 70-80%, some meme coins down 90-95%, and many of the big altcoins like Ethereum just dropped below the $1,800. So let's dive right into the content, guys. What we are seeing right now is Bitcoin went all the way down to $76,500 if you're looking on the daily, and we are in a pretty big correction together with the rest of the market in the stock market. Ethereum went to as low as $1,750, and Solana went to as low as $112, basically breaking a long-term levels of support. So for example, Ethereum broke a very, very important level of support of $2,100 and smashed through it, below it, and now trading at $1,900. So are we in a bear market? Do we expect the market to rise, and when? All of that in today's show. The market is in a pretty bad condition right now. Again, $1 billion again has been liquidated in the last 24 hours. There have been many of these $1 billion liquidations, in February and in March. Just in the past 3 months was very, very brutal. The reason why the market is crashing is because of the president and his team with Donald Trump. Is it a master plan to crash the market? And there is a reason why Anthony Pompliano is talking about intentionally crashing the market, because Donald Trump is facing the reality that in 2025, $9.2 trillion of US debt will either mature or need to be refinanced. And the quickest way to refinance it is actually to lower the interest rate ahead of this huge refinancing. So how can you do it? How you can force the Federal Reserve to lower the interest rates? That's the game that is being played right now with the tariffs and everything else that is going on to crash the stock market. As you can see, the S&P 500 is crashing below the 200 days moving average, and the NASDAQ also is crashing pretty badly. So all the stocks, $1.7 trillion have been evaporated out of stock. So it's just not just crypto, but the entire market is crashing. And the reason for this to crash in the stocks is people selling the stocks, panicking, selling the stocks and buying the bonds instead. That will force the 10 years yields on the bonds to go lower. And if it's lower, then it will allow for the refinancing of the $9 trillion of debt much easier, right? So as bond prices go up, yields come down, and US government will be able to refinance their debt at a cheap rate. So that is exactly what is at play right now. And also we expect on the 18th of March, we have a meeting with Jerome Powell from the Fed to possibly lower the interest rates over there. Okay, so this is a short-term panic mode in the markets, but Donald Trump and his administration is not going to let the stock market is just bleed into his presidency. So it's a temporary move. It's a chess play move to lower the interest rate and to start the QE, the quantitative easing, which means to pump in the market. So I hope that you understand, but it doesn't make you feel better, you know, when you see that your altcoin portfolio is bleeding that badly. I mean, look at Pepper, for example, it's down 80% since the not so recent peaks of mid-December, right? More than 80%. One of my favorite meme coins. So if you look at a Bitcoin chart along with the global money supply, in the market, it seems that Bitcoin tend to follow the global monetary supply with a 70-day lag, right? So you can see that this blue line chart is showing the global money supply. Bitcoin is lagging a bit, so we should expect by May the Bitcoin price to go higher. So we should expect the next couple of weeks of choppiness and Bitcoin perhaps going to the $73,000 level to recheck this previous very strong level of support that previously was a resistance. Whenever you break a significant resistance, which we had since March 2024, it becomes a support. So if we're gonna see Bitcoin crash, I do expect a lot of support at the $72,000. Maybe even will crash to 68. But if we don't want to see like many 4-hour candles below these levels, we want to see a quick bounce if in fact it's gonna come to this point. Okay, so Bitcoin is still bullish. It's creating higher lows, and we are in the bull market territory, but not the altcoins. The altcoins has been bleeding like crazy, decimated. So if you look at the potential scenario, what we can have going on, because we are trading below 200-day simple moving average, it means that with the current setup we can expect a couple of months, at least couple of weeks, if not couple of months of choppiness below the 200-day moving average, or meaning below the $84,000. Where is it located right now? It's $83,000. So we may see a couple of weeks, even a couple of months below this $83,000 approximately in this region before we move higher. So that's the bad news about it. Of course, it can be different, but you know, the reality is that we can pump on the next leg up and we can crash to much higher levels. And looking back, it was just one of those corrections on the Bitcoin price, right? We did close the CME gap tonight. It was open in November, completely closed the gap, and now a new gap is open between 83 and 85,000. These gaps tend to be filled. So you don't have to look at the previous Bitcoin bull runs to understand that corrections are a part of the cycle. Those bull run alone, Bitcoin retraced 22%, 22, 21, 32, and now 20% thus far. So maybe a normal corrections. The White House confirms U.S. Treasury and Commerce departments are committed to buying Bitcoin for strategic reserve. So it's only a matter of times. According to Alex Becker, this correction is temporary, right? Times like this are by far the toughest in crypto because not only are losses more likely than gains, it's also boring absolute chores staying active. Ethereum all-time highs all alts are sitting at the valleys of their oversold time to buy charts. As far as this goes, best time to buy since 2023. Survive and hold, buy if you have the cash to buy. And we do have some great news coming from the Office of the Control of Currency, basically signifying that US banks can now operate as Ethereum validators. This is one of the bullish news that I've seen in a long time for Ethereum, and yet the market is not catching up there. So that makes me wonder that Ethereum is very highly oversold right now, undervalued right now, and it is likely to be bounced along this level and go back to much higher levels. So that is what I'm expecting from Ethereum. We just need to survive this time right now. And you can see each year Bitcoin has gone through 25 to 30% correction. It was 2023, it was 2024 like this, and now in 2025. This year, Bitcoin dumped from $109,000 to $79,000. And you know what happened after the last two major corrections? We see a beautiful green to much higher levels. Okay, it's only a matter of time. 1.95 trillion AUM Deutsche Börse will offer Bitcoin and Ethereum custody. How you cannot be bullish about that? That's insane levels. And all eyes on Berkshire Hathaway and Warren Buffett. They're sitting $334 billion in cash. This is record high for the company. So whenever they're gonna buy and deploy, of course, the stock market is gonna take notice and go much higher. But it was a wise move by the Warren Buffett. Okay, so once again, we have $1.7 trillion wipe out from the crypto market. It's a global sell-off. So according to Arthur Hayes, the plan is to be patient. Bitcoin likely bottoms around $70,000. 36% correction is normal. And then we need to have the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 to go lower. Then we get the Federal Reserve, we have the European Central Bank and Bank of Japan all easing, basically printing money to make their country great again. Then you load up the truck, then you buy. Traders will try to buy the dip. If you're more risk averse, ways for the central bank to ease to print money, then deploy more capital. You might not catch the bottom, but you also won't have to mentally suffer through a long period of sideways and potential unrealized losses. So you have two options. You can either try and catch the bottom and DCA and buy it here, or wait until a sentiment shift, right? A trend shift back into the bullish territory. You'll not catch the bottoms, but at least you'll not suffer through a long period of this type of choppiness in the market. Okay. What else we have to cover today? We have the Spain's second biggest bank to launch Bitcoin and crypto trading. So that's another very bullish news. And Michael Saylor with Strategy raising $21 billion for more Bitcoin through an offering. So they're loading up more. They're gonna be buying more. Strategy Bitcoin for corporations. So I would say right now is the time to be very patient. Okay, to now not be so aggressive and to try and catch the dip if you have a dry powder. If you aren't already all in the market, then wait it out. Don't place leverage long positions right now. Don't place short positions. It's risky to short. Right, shorting is too late. Too late already. You want to short when the market is super greedy, not right now. When the market is super fearful, do not short right now. With that being said, we can have more pain coming into the market. Okay, if that's the case, well, so be it. You need to be ready and prepared for all of these different scenarios and survive this dip, because I believe the bull market is not over yet, but we are definitely crossed some major lines, like on Ethereum, trading below the $2,100 level, which is the lowest point in August 2024, is just not good. It's not good. It's a lot of pain. But it's not just Ethereum, it's the entire market is like this. So let's see, everything can turn in this market very quickly. One good news, one big headline, one stimulus, one big buy, and everything is back. So this market has been so far very much manipulated, and I expect it to continue to be. But with this current government, I do not see how this market is just going to continue tanking at the pace that it was tanking, and we are somewhere close to the bottom. That's my personal take on that. So yeah, looking forward to see how you succeed in this market, that everything is fine, and stay up to date with what's going on in the market. Do not panic sell, do not feel depressed. Okay, stay in the game, and the better days are to come.